Rebuilding my crashed Lotus Europa race car meant one thing above all: finding the right parts. And that turned out to be much harder than I expected. A replacement body would have solved my most immediate problem. But this weekend I'm going to buy something much better. A car with a history I couldn't even hope to find in my wildest dreams. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why. A few weeks ago, this happened at Circuit Zandvoort. And since then, I've been trying to figure out how to bring this car back to the racetrack. Bringing it back means sourcing original or at least period correct parts. That's where things get difficult. Banks Europa Engineering, once the go-to parts supplier for the Europa, sold their spare parts business to Lotus Supplies back in 2020. The successor does what it can, but simply doesn't have the depth of knowledge Banks built up over decades. More recently, Spider Cars, one of the few remaining suppliers for the historic Europa, ceased operations entirely, with no successor stepping in so far. On top of that, Brexit has already made prices and availability across Europe considerably worse than they were back in the 2010s. Put together, the parts I need are getting harder to find almost by the month. Not just for me, but for the entire Lotus Europa community. After my last crash in 2024, I could have bought a replacement body. But my budget was too tight and I needed the car back on track within 8 weeks. So I went for the quicker and cheaper option. I had the nose repaired by a small paint job in my neighborhood and fixed the rest of the car myself. That whole rebuild told me that I'm capable of brute forcing a car back onto the grid in a limited amount of time. But it didn't bring the satisfaction I'd hoped for. On the one hand, the body repair was badly executed, and on the other hand, did finishing 8th instead of 12th in the National Belgium Championship not exactly change my life. This time, I'll give myself a bit more breathing space. Enough to do it properly instead of rushing it. The problem is, the parts market has only gotten worse since then. That means that I will have to go for a donor car to find a reasonably good body shell. So I put out a call for help in one of my earlier videos, and out of everything I got offered, here's what I'm going for. This is an already completely dismantled Lotus Europa. It has not been driven since 1977, and here's the catch. It used to be a race car in Germany, campaigned in the German National Circuit Racing Trophy Deutscher Rundstreckenpokal or DRP. Back then, this was the second division of German circuit racing, behind the Deutsche Rennsportmeisterschaft DRM. The DRM was a professional competition, while the DRP was the national championship for amateurs. From my research, this is one of only a handful Lotus Europa that ever raced in Germany back in its period, which is the 1960s and 70s. The car comes without an engine and without wheels, but everything else is there. A beautifully flared body shell, a strengthened chassis, and matching paperwork. The deal includes both the original technical passport from the 70s and a currently valid one. I'm in the process of picking this car up at the time this video goes public. This Europa was raced between 1973 and 1977 by German driver Werner Klee, who I'm going to contact very soon. It started its racing career equipped with a Renault engine, but around 1975 Mr. Klee switched to a twin cam. Unfortunately, both of these engines are missing today. The car used to be black in a John Player special style livery, before being repainted white for the 1977 season. A beautiful configuration in my view. After that season ended, the car never raced again. Without the paperwork in hand yet, I could only research the car's racing history online and found a few proven race results between 1973 and 1977. Nothing spectacular, but a Lotus Europa with contemporary racing history is very rare nonetheless. I'm curious what other race starts I'll be able to find once I have the vehicle passport from the 70s with all entries in front of me. The most tempting part of this offer was the body shell with its lovely flares. Frankly speaking, I'm mostly buying this dismantled car because of its beautiful body. My plan is to use that body to rebuild my crashed Lotus Europa race car. The one I converted together with my late father in 2010 and 2011 from a road-going Europa. But since I made the decision to buy this puzzle of a car, the idea of bringing this contemporary historic racer back to the track has been growing on me. It won't happen soon, but maybe someday I'll find the resources to make that work. It already comes with a 5-speed gearbox, and I have a second dismantled engine lying around, so there aren't too many parts missing to make it drivable. I'll definitely turn it into a roller over the next few weeks. The rebuild of my crashed Lotus Europa can begin, now that I've received this first injection of fresh parts. The dismantling process has started, and the damaged body has already been separated from the chassis. Please subscribe if you'd like to follow my racing journey. Now, with what might be 2 Lotus Europa race cars someday. Who would have thought that a month ago when I stuffed my car into the barrier at Circuit Zandvoort?